Hey there, everybody! Welcome back. How you guys all doing today? Where the heck's this entrance? This field. So we are. I decided that I was going to do the Kinlaig again today. So yes, we're getting on, doing some contracts, making some money, stuff like that. There is the gate. Ready. Let me see if I can get in here and then I'll say hello to everybody. So there we go. There's Johnny. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's Johnny, thank you very much for that mega fart. So we do have a spinach contract that we're currently just about to start on field 5 over here. Right, let's see if I can get this sorted out. There we go. Get the hired helper doing this. There we go. And I can check out you guys. Hey J-Dog, how you doing? Dead Soul, Mr. Shawnee obviously, Mr. T Miller, Votes Drop, Andy the Farmer, Dead Soul, and myself up the top there. Yes, welcome, and hopefully I didn't miss anybody. But yes, wow, thank you. Wow, Andy the Farmer, thank you very much for the 30 stream streak. Let's see, Mr. Shawnee, 65 stream streak. Holy cripes, thank you very much, and thank you very much for that hydrate. I can get that as well. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And hello to Mr. Shawnee over on YouTube, excuse me. There we go. Okay. Right, there we go. Sorry. Got a hot coffee, so try to drink it quickly is not easy. Hey, hey, everybody. Right then. So, while this guy's carrying on, I need to get the tractor brought over here to unload him. So I do have 2 contracts right now. I've got to get some more going. Obviously got field 5, which is literally across from the vehicle shop. Mr. Shoddy, thank you very much for the 100 biddies, much appreciated. So yeah, so spinach harvesting on field 5. I've got a cultivating contract on field 2. It's using a John Deere. It's like, oh my god, really? And Andy the Farmer, holy cripes! Thank you very much for the 100 biddy as well, much appreciated. And yes, I'm just using the equipment that comes with it, the contract, and yeah, they got the Unimog in here. It's kind of cool. But we do have a hype train incoming. Much appreciated. Not quite sure if this is going to be good enough, but okay for this trailer. But we'll find out in a minute. Oh, that's the point. I won't check. Now, one thing I will say, if you guys weren't aware, but there is a little update to the game that was released earlier today. So, yes, you may find when you load it up. Oh, that's interesting. You get a little bit of an update coming. It's literally only a few megabytes, so it's just to correct a few things within the actual game. But yeah, you should be good to go anyway. So, right then, let's get this up to field 5. It's literally, see, that's how close it is. It's right across the road. Look at that. That's crazy. Now, there's a few things I do want to get into doing. Hopefully today. Actually, one of the things I need to learn is indicators. There is vehicle indicators, by the way, in the game. I keep forgetting to activate them. But yeah, I want to get into the fish side of things. Obviously, I've already got the fish breeding going. So I did actually purchase the land on Kinlaig, where you have the fish breeder. So that is already up and running, making the young salmon and young trout. There we go. Mr. Don B here. How are you doing, buddy? Good day to you as well, sir. And thank you very much for that 30 stream streak. And my phone is going crazy at the minute. I think we should be okay. Yeah, I think we'll get away with that. There we go. Well, yes. There we are, there we are. And oh my goodness gracious me, we have a raiding coming from Mamadou53. Welcome in, Mamadou. How was the stream? I was actually lurking over there. If you guys are not following Mamadou, make sure to click on our link, give her a follow there. I'm now watching myself. I literally am. Look, I'll even show you. Look, I'm looking at myself now. It's like, what the heck? I was literally watching Mamadou go when she was streaming then. But there you go. So you get back to your fishing in Plinko now. Yeah, there we go. Right, and thank you very, very much. But yeah, hope you had a good one. And thank you, J-Dog, for the T-Rex roar, much appreciated. It was a good stream, good. Now, I know you've only done a couple of hours on this map on Kinlaig. What's your so far thoughts of it? I know I think you were on the harvesting, what, was one first field? But just out of curiosity, just from your driving around, obviously you got the main farm up here and such. Obviously you got, I think you were harvesting field 20. Yeah, and obviously going back and forth from the animal dealer and such. Yeah, what do you think of it so far? Initial look. Now, while Mummy's coming up, Big Mama's, Mamadou, should say, is coming up with that. So, just so you guys are aware, I do have a hired helper planting some canola on field 22. Because obviously, one of the things I need to do is get into, obviously, creating fish food. And obviously, for that, you need oils. And yes, I thought, well, why not just get some canola in? And yeah, we could do that. Obviously, at some point, I do need to come in and get a oil production down, but they've got none in the actual map. I realised it's kind of crazy. But yeah, as you can see, I do have the fish breeding going. I've got a couple of pallets of each, just through a couple of hours. Just so you're aware, this is just from a couple of hours gameplay, by the way, guys, and you can see it's ticking up pretty quickly. So you're going to get salmon and young trouts very, very quickly. Now, if you want to know where this is located on the map, because there is a pre-place, you can actually go in and put your own one down if you want to. But right over here is basically the young fish breeding area. Obviously, if I jump over there, we can visit it. It's quite a nice little area. I do have plenty of fish food. I brought a truckload over, and yeah, I didn't need it. I do need to get a forklift over here for moving the pallets into the trigger at some point. But yeah, so that's oh, actually, what I should do, if I come into here now it's actually started to produce, I should really change these to spawning. We'll do that. So they will start spawning, and hopefully, there we go. We now have some trout, young trout and young salmon. Woohoo! So this is actually how I want to start the first part of the stream out. I want to get the ocean and aquatic pen thingamabob. Look at that, we got fishies. Oh, look at so many pretty fishies. Oh, one thing I will say is, obviously, yesterday when I was on PV Rivers, it's not an issue, by the way, but obviously I was showing off, obviously, the salmon lakes that I put out for you guys. Obviously, I got a couple of places down, I put a couple of trout ones down, obviously I put a couple of these down, got them up and running, and already I've got the first couple of pallets of trout coming out. But I did a lovely bit of decorating. Wait till you see Friday's stream. I'm going to be back on PV Rivers, and I'll show you that. But yeah, I've done a little bit of decoration. But yes, so we need to get a flatbed over here, get this lot picked up, and then we're going to go sailing. So, somewhere around here, I should have my JCB, which is over here. So let's grab you. You're just not doing anything, so that's fine. And yeah, well, we can drop the bagged onions off. And yeah, we'll go with this, I think, for the minute. There we go. Since that, we'll just drop these guys on the ground. If it's going to allow me to, and it's not. Do I have to reload them on? Oh, I know I've got autoload on here. Why are you not working? Oh, for fiddlesticks. Okay, fine. Fine, we'll do it the hard way. Super strike it off. Pipes. Maybe because they were already loaded on there from the other day. Yeah. Right then, here we go. That'll do. Yes, that'll do. And, oh yes. We should have Plinko going, we should have the fishing game going, cool. And I do now have my Stream Deck back up and running. So for anybody who wasn't aware, if you have a Stream Deck, and we're having issues yesterday, you may want to re-log in to your Elgato account. Yes. Whoa. There we go. Nearly. Yes, that's what I basically had to do, and yeah, it's now up and running again. Right, I got to remember where the heck to go. We're gonna go this way. But yeah, one of the things I have noticed, I don't know if about anybody else, but I have been doing more in-cab view driving. Even field work, I've been doing a fair bit of in-cab work. It's crazy. Oh, well, I remember. So field 3, which was the one we just went past on the left there, I did buy it. It was basically grass in there. Hey there, Farmworks, how you doing? And by the way, how's Opie's doing as well? What was I going to say? Yeah, so I did buy the field temporarily. I cut it, tedded it, baled it up, and I also obviously gave me the right bales now for creating TMR. So I do now have my Highland cows TMR fed now, so yay! So yeah, I've got hay bales, I've got straw bales, I've got silage bales, yay! Uh-oh. That's weird. That was weird. Okay. Yeah, it sounded like something disconnected there for a minute, and off my keyboard and mouse just flashed. That's weird. It's like they disconnected and reconnected. Weird. Don't know what's going on. Oh heck. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. He's fine on my end on. Is it just me who's having internet issues, or is the stream stuttering? Okay. Oh, hopefully not. Jeez. Oh heck. I hope not. Maybe need to actually, I do have my YouTube up and running. I also have my Twitch up and running, both on my computer and on my phone, and they both look fine to me. So yeah, most likely you're around, like Shawnee says there. Right, hopefully I've got the right way. Oh yeah, it's over by 72 here. But yes, yes. So out of interest, now that you guys have it, how many of you guys are actually playing on Kinlaig? I've seen quite a few streamers already jumping on there. Even some people I wouldn't have thought would play it. But yeah, they're all trying it out. I was lurking in Steelcrafter's stream earlier while I was playing. And, oh, blimey, even he's dipped into jumping on here for the minute. Alright, let's see if this is going to behave itself. Yep, there we go. So there's that. Hopefully, do I have any more? Might have another oh no, it's because it's 2,000 in it. Yeah, 2,000. So not quite enough for another pallet of young salmon. However, if I was to up the time a little bit, it might make that last little bit. It's 1,980 at the minute for young salmon. So if I just crack that up a little bit, just take that 2,000. There we go. There it is. That'll work. Easy. There we go. Right then, so we are actually going to do some fish growing, shall we say. So let's head off to the docks. We'll get this loaded onto the ship, and we're going to get the aquaculture pens, what you want to call them. So yes. You haven't yet there, John Seeger? Will you though? Because I know your kind of play style from your comments in several people's chats. Will you be giving it a try if you get the DLC? Yes. I do have to say I like the map. The more I play it, the more little twerks here, little bits here that are just poking out that seems to be, yep, definitely a lot like how Scotland it was, or is for me, when I was growing up. So, yeah. Oh, contract finished. Okay, that must be the the ploughing one, okay. Need to keep an eye on my other dude doing this spinach at the minute. Because he's, what, halfway full? Oh, he's only half full, okay. He's going to be a while yet, so that's good. Alright then. But yeah, I need to really learn to use indicators, should we say. I keep forgetting to do it. Now then, so we need the dogs. Right. Oh heck, I also realised I'm on the wrong side. Yikes. Sorry mate, sorry. Oh, see, I'm too used to being on American type of maps, driving on the opposite side. Right, and we want to go down here. Here we go. Oops. Oops. And also got to remember to stop at the traffic lights as well. I've been coming down here speeding and driving straight through the red lights because there's no one around. It's like, okay, what the heck, go for it. I need to behave, I really do. I really do. Obviously, in real life, I don't do that sort of thing. But yes. Hello, Mr. Farmer Arch, by the way, over on YouTube as well. Tony holy... Oh, cripes. Heck, wow, holy smokes. Welcome in there, Mr. Tony Myth, and a rate of 51 people. Welcome to Kinlaig, everybody. Or Kinlaig, what we would pronounce it. Heck, you put me right off. What am I doing? Yes, fish. So, I think. I can't remember where the heck it is. I think it's around here. Well, how was the stream, Mr. Tony Myth? Is it this one? I can never remember where the heck it is. No, that's the boat dog. So we are actually into our second month. Whoa, and I cannot reverse with this thing. But welcome. I hope you had a great stream. And yeah, if you guys not following Tony Myth, thank you, Green Thumb, for giving that shout out. And how's it going there? Veteran modding, Mr. Cope. Welcome in. I cannot. No, I can't reverse. Dang it. I really like it because I actually grew up in Scotland, so it brings back a lot of fond memories. I just wish I could drive a little bit better, that's all I can say. And thank you very much for the follow there, Kevin Gates 31 or 36 should say. Whoa. Yes. Oh, the only thing I'd like is it to be a 4X. Let me get off this road just for a second so I can focus on what's going on. Yes, there we go. Oh, jeez. So, let me just jump back quickly because I did see Mr. Cope came in. Welcome in earlier on, by the way. Let's see. Let's just check something. Let me check. For me to get the DLC, it cost me $50. Okay, John Seager, that's fair enough. It is a quite expensive one, depending on where you are in the world, and if you don't got a good income, it can be a bit of a tricky one. I got it in half speed right now, and save every 15 minutes just in case power gets turned. Yeah, I'm hoping it was just a little bug with my USB. That's all. I know what's kind of weird is I nearly didn't get a chance to go live today because when I turned my computer on, because obviously I turn it off every night because my wife whinges and moans because of the light coming off it and the sound and the heat. So obviously I shut my computer down completely. But when I turned on, it came up saying there was no internet connection at all. And I was really starting to crap for myself this afternoon. But yeah, I ended up restarting it about 2 or 3 times and it finally kicked in. So thankfully, I was able to go live on time and everything, so yes. But yeah, I am absolutely loving the map. Okay, I've only got about 16 hours on the save game. I'm still jumping between this one and obviously the map I usually play on, which is PV Rivers, remastered by Mr. Dashnet. Actually, for you guys just coming in, because you may not know. So, obviously it's common knowledge, salmon cannot be used on other maps currently. And I don't know if any in the current updates that Giants have done today or yesterday, since the DLC release. However, I was a little bit naughty, shall we say. I actually created a salmon lake that can be used on any map as long as you have the DLC active. So say for instance, if you're playing on PV Rivers Remastered and you want to do the fish in there, there is now a lake you can put down. It's around about the same size as the DLC one, but I've set it up to obviously accept the salmon, the young salmon, and then obviously outputs full-grown salmon. Production-wise, it's set up exactly the same way and everything. It's actually available over on my Trello. Let me actually change screens to check that. I'll show you. Trello, Billy Alpaca. There we go. I wish you could use the barge and other boats on other maps. Yeah. At the minute, no. Now, I know one person has mentioned that you could try importing it and off of a current save game on this map to other maps, see how it goes. And yeah, catch you later, Timo. Thanks very much for popping in. Have a good one. Much appreciated, buddy. Gotta do most ungrateful people, yes. The joys of working in the retail. Oh yes, indeed. But yeah, I am actually loving it. Right then. So sorry, I was just sorting something out. So obviously over on my Trello, obviously Mr. Sim Game Matt, how you doing, buddy? Obviously Shawnee just posted it there. So right here in this column here, there is a Highlands Fishery DLC compatible mods. Right here is a salmon lake that you can literally download and use on any map. Now, one thing I have said is you do need my categorizer for this, because I put it in my own category to make life easier so you can find it fairly easy. All you just have to do is click on the link there, then download my categorizer, add that and that to your mod pack, and you should be good to go on any map. Obviously, if anybody wants to use it, they're more than welcome to do it and edit. But please, if you're going to put it out to anyone, ask me first, okay? But yeah, if you wanted to add the trout in as well as a salmon, you're more than welcome. If you want to tweak it, yeah, go for it. But yeah, like I said, if you are going to put it out to do any edits to it and put it out to people, please ask me, yeah? It's just like modders respect type thing. But yeah, so that is there. In addition, I do have this little wagon right here, auger wagon, which also accepts onions now as well in there. Obviously, one of the big things is obviously on the map, onions. Okay, they're not a huge yielding crop. I got, was it 230,000 litres off of field, typical. And, well, hang on, it was off of field 24, no, so 24, no, 25 I should say. It's not the biggest of fields, it's only 6.87 hectares, but I got like 230,000 litres of onion off of there, which is also getting palletized and bagged up and such. But yes. But yeah, obviously base game trailers, you would need quite a few or somewhere to dump it. So yeah, if you want to, you can grab it. It does do all of the usual stuff that's in the game. Once again, you will need my categorizer, so there it is right there. It does have multiple capacities, multiple color options. It also will unload sugar beet cuts as well, so you can unload sugar beets into it, and obviously it will automatically do the cuts. But yeah, you have basic base game up to about 1 million litre capacity on this thing. Obviously, as you can see, there's a whole range of colour options as well. But yeah, that's on my Trello as well, but it will accept onions as well as all these others in there. Oh, I'm good, ain't I? But yes. So yeah, if you want to grab it off my Trello, you're more than welcome to. So yes. And Mr. Sim Game Matt, by the way, thank you very much for the 3 stream streak. Well done, man. That much appreciated for your continued support. There we have it. Billy is being not. Oh yes. Now, actually, one thing I will say. How do I download your mod? Okay. Sorry, my bad. Let me bring up my Trello again. There we go. Literally, all you have to do is just click on there, and then where it says download here, you just literally click on there. That will take you over to my MediaFire, and then just click on download there. If you get any pop-ups, just close them, and then as you can see, that is literally just downloaded to my download folder right there. That's literally how quick and easy it is. Obviously, I've got pretty good internet now, so. But yeah, if you want the categorizer, it's right here. So same thing again, just click on it, and then click on there, and then click on there, and it'll download to your download folder. But yes. Now, one thing I will say, some people, when they go over to the Trello, actually, I'm going to post this. Actually, I'm going to pin it. What Mr. Shawnee did there, because there's a few other things I would like to mention while we're here. There's that. Let me make sure that. And by the way, Andy the Farmer, hello, over on YouTube. So for those who haven't been here before, I do multi-streams on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So you might hear me talking to people over there as well as on Twitch. So yeah, that's why. Now with Trello, for anybody who's never used this before, it is free to use. So if somebody gives you a link to download a mod through it, it is free. You do not need to sign up for it, okay? What some people have had to do is sign up for Trello just to access things, but maybe try a different browser. So if you're using, say, Google Chrome, and it's asking you to sign in to download stuff, maybe go to Edge or Firefox or something else. Just give it a try with a different browser and go from there. Now, one thing I will say for those who are just joining, I also have a couple of mods on the in-game mod hub. Yeah, if you haven't checked them out, please do. There's a grape and olive storage over there, and there's also a pig food mixer over there as well that I've set up. The pig food mixer will accept any crop on the base game maps, apart from obviously the onion. Bear that in mind. But yeah, you can literally use any mix of any crop to get in there. It's basically all the crops are being broken down into 3 different categories to make your pig food mix. So yeah, links are there as well if you want to go for. Yeah, there's a few other mods in there that can be used on any map. Some are PV Rivers Remastered, Specific, or Uncharted Valley. So yes. In addition to that, there is also, if you click on the Sim Game Alliance right there, there is other modders. Obviously, I'm part of the Sim Game Alliance, created by Mr. Dashnet. There's a few other people here. We've got T Miller, we've got Green Thumb Farmer, Reliant Robin, X-Man. You might want to check out some of these other modders as well. I need to get in contact with Boomhauer to see if he can update his coffee factory as well. And what was it? Coffee factory and tobacco. But yeah, Mr. Winston. If you guys know Winston 9587, he does some pretty cool cat stuff. Might be worth checking that out as well. But there we go. Thought I'd just do a little plug there for the Sim Game Alliance crew. Yeah, all of their mods, I will say, are usually error and warning free on any map. But yes, go for it, and yeah, enjoy. Right, I think if I remember, so one thing I'm trying to do is get down to where the boat is. I got a feeling it's over here actually. So we've actually now produced our first few pallets. Oh yeah, there we go, of fish. So what I need to do is get this lot loaded onto that thing there. And I'm actually going to just use the forklift, I think, for this. I'm probably going to get stuck because of this trailer, but it is what it is. Actually, I need to take those straps off. There we go. But yeah, out of interest, Tony, if you're still there, what's your thoughts on the map itself? I know you're more into these bigger American-y type style maps, but is this the sort of map that you'd go for as well? And why is that blinking thing not going? Does anyone know if there was an update today? My game is taking a bit. Yes, Matt, there is a small patch to the game. It's literally 2 things that's being updated. So yeah, mine took literally a couple minutes. But yeah, for all you guys just joining, yeah, what's your guys' thoughts of the map if you played it? Here we go. Right, let's see if I can do this. The nice thing is, you do get a forklift on the docks here that you can use yourselves. There we go. But yeah, I feel honoured today. We've got Mamadou Raid. We've got Mr. Tony Myth. Very cool. Actually, I was watching Tony earlier as well, actually. Obviously, yeah, Farmer Mark says it's okay so far. It is. I do have to say I like it. It's like I've said since I started seeing like the images. It definitely gives me fond memories of when I was growing up. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Cool. So yeah, I did actually purchase the boat here, the cargo ship. Hence why my account has gone down rather quickly over the last few days. Not good. There we go. Actually, what I might do is drop a couple because I want to get some practice on that crane. Oh, it looks like my hired helper doing the spinach is now full. So the lift arm, I will show you in just a minute there, Mr. Culp. It's actually for lifting pallets on and off of the barge boat there. So, if I can behave. Yes, there we go. Now it's probably easier to load this end on with a forklift than using the arm, but I'll show you how it goes. So let's drop this here for the minute. I'm still not a good crane user, but we're going to give it a try. We will give it a try. So, actually, let me turn some strength off because we don't need that on now. So if we come over to the crane, here we go, bring this up. Obviously, you can access it from here. You can also access it from up there. You just have to come over here and we can jump in. And, so, oh, I need to turn the engine on. So engine must be on. If you hit the X key for X-ray, it's going to unfold it automatically. And from there, you can then rotate it around and move it around. There we go. Right, I've got to remember how everything works. So obviously I am trying to use my joystick for this, so it's a little bit tricky, and the camera keeps moving to stop it. There we go. Now, when you're close enough, what you should see, I should be close enough there. You'll actually see those straps starting to show up for connecting onto the crane. Once you've got that, you attach like you would a trailer onto your vehicle with the Q key. That will then basically strap up the pallet, and from there you can then lift it up and pivot around and bring it onto the dock, onto your ship. Now obviously with this is going to be key for loading the next phase, or this next part of this. But yeah, I need to work on seeing if I can get a more stable joystick setup, because it's very, as you can see, it's rocking very quickly for me. And yeah, there we go. Let's disconnect that. There we go. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I like it. I like the option of being able to use the crane, or actually just driving on if you wanted to. Now we'll just do that. Actually, let me turn that off. That can fold back up itself. But yes, I think this end anyway is going to be a lot easier to load on with a forklift. Now obviously that crane there, unfortunately, Mr. Culp, it doesn't work. Now to get the boats on here, if you weren't aware, over here on the dock, so we are actually down here. So to give you an idea, so here's the vehicle shop. We have the docks over here, the animal dealer right there. So it gives you a rough idea where to go. There is a forklift already parked up here that you can use yourselves, by the way. That's obviously the one that I'm using right there. I didn't even need to own it. Obviously you could, if you wanted to, take it off the docks and use it elsewhere. But to buy the boats themselves, you have to come over to this little trigger here. if you hit the R key, it will bring up obviously the cargo vessel to start off with. It's going to cost you 275,000 in total. It's basically 250,000, but they're also adding in a transport cost to bring it over here and drop it into the water of 25,000. Now, in addition on here, we also have the sports boat. Obviously, that's going to cost you 50,000. Obviously, you're going to get a 5,000 transport cost. Total cost would be 55,000. Unfortunately, there's no way of transporting it from the vehicle shop to here, so you have to pay those transport fees. Obviously, if you've got Easy Dev Tool, you can always add it back in if you really want to. But yeah, obviously, it will spawn right here, and yeah, you can have fun. Now, see, the next phase of what I'm going to be doing in just a minute involves one of the aquacultures. So if we come into the store here, over to aquaculture, we now have obviously this offshore aquaculture. Now, right now, I don't have a lot of fish, but if you haven't seen these before, or you haven't seen any streams doing any of this, this is customizable. So when you first come into it, obviously it's going to be a 1x2, but if you click on the F key for Freddy, you can actually customize it, and you can see it in the left hand side there. You've got a layout of 1x2, which is the current configuration. You can then go to 2x2, you can go to 3x2, and 4x2. 4x2 is the maximum, and also it's going to add on an extra 75,000 on top of its current value. I'm kind of thinking the 2x2 personally. Obviously, that's going to add 25,000. Obviously, this will cost 125, so I do have enough to do that. So that's 150,000. Now, this can go on any waterways that are big enough to house it, should we say. Now, I don't want to be too close, but I don't want to be too far away. So I think we'll drop it right there. So there you go, 150,000 cost. The nice thing is, the way they've got this set up, you don't have to worry about, like in the past, hitting the V key to override the collision on the water, because it's already set up to basically be placed on the water. But yeah, obviously for this, obviously you are going to need obviously the fish breeding to get your young salmon, young trouts. Once you've got a few pallets of that, you can then put it into here, or if you want just the trout, you do have a lake that you can put down anywhere on your farm or any land that you own. And like I said, obviously this is my one. Oh, I haven't got it in here. I need to put it in here, don't I? Then again, I can use that. But yeah, obviously you got the salmon lakes that I showed off earlier as well. There we go. Right, so let's get this loaded up and we'll get it put out. So it's not too far away. Oh, that's the point. Before I do it, one thing I do want to do is get this dude unloaded. So let's go get this unloaded first of all. But yeah, hopefully that helps. But obviously, if you've got any questions there, Mr. Culp, or anybody else, about this map, you're more than welcome to drop it in chat, and I will try and help you, because obviously I did have early access. I've been playing this since Friday last week. So yes, I kind of know where a few things are. I'm still learning my way around, but it's getting there. And Andy the Farmer, thank you very much for the 100 biddies, much appreciated. But yes, here we go. So we've got a little bit of spinach harvesting on a contract going to make a little bit of money. There we go. Much appreciated. But yeah, we do have a Blinko for those just joining us with Mr. Tony Myth. We have exclamation mark Blinko and exclamation mark fish in chat to give you a little something to do. Oh my goodness, this is going to fill it right up in it. Okay, I think we're going to have to unload each harvest. Sorry, so this is heading to a place right behind me. So if we go down to the roundabout, turn left. Okay. But yeah, obviously, for those who weren't aware, I actually grew up in Scotland. I spent a lot of time up there, mainly in the area of like Perth and Dundee, Kirriemuir, that sort of area. So very much in the country, should we say. And yeah, this definitely gives me a lot of fond memories of those years growing up before moving to England. So yes, tell Giants to get a more bandwidth for the servers. Yes. Yeah, I know a lot of people yesterday and today have been struggling with obviously getting the DLC and downloading it and getting the updates and stuff, but it's all good. Yes. That makes me a hillbilly. It might do there. How you doing, Crush Nuts? Yeah, I suppose a Scottish hillbilly. Well, maybe, yeah. I could see that. I'll go with that, yep. Right, and I've got a feeling that it's all the way out of here. But yeah, at some point I do want to get in and purchase the fish food place here. Because obviously one of the things I do need is fish food for... Oh, I should have picked up a couple of pallets, shouldn't I? On the way through of fish food for the ocean there. The nice thing is, obviously, we're into autumn, so we do have the Halloween decorations out, so that's kind of nice. But this thing has got a struggle, something chronic. Why did they add this with the contract? It's evil. It's evil. Oh yes, the only thing I haven't seen yet, I will say, I have not seen anybody wearing a kilt. That part I'm actually very disappointed at. Giants of over. Let's see. I think we're going up the hill here. Actually, I need to come out here because, yes, I haven't actually been through here yet. But yeah, obviously one of the big things I remember fondly of when I was growing up is obviously, oh, hello, roads where they're actually cobblestoned like this. And when they get wet, even though they're very slippery, they are absolutely joyous to look at. Where the heck is this place? You don't have to be sorry, and welcome in by there, my Adea. SOS. Hopefully I got your name right. Right, so I'm trying to figure out how to get in here. I think it's straight on, just past these buildings and in here. Okay. Yeah, actually, it was basically my dad's fault. He... nope, that's a one-way system. Okay, we can't go that way. Need to check the sides as well as we're going around. Yeah, so he goes kind of where the work is. He's a professional gardener. Come on, dude. So yeah, obviously when I was younger, obviously he had plenty of job offers, and obviously it was coming down to England, unfortunately, was part of it. Is it this one or is it that one there? It's that one there, isn't it? So yes. I wonder if there's an easier way of getting in here, because that was a nightmare. There we go. But yeah, obviously, that's a long time ago, it feels like. But yeah, we went obviously back up regularly every year, spend time with family. I've got lots of family up in Scotland still. So yeah, lots of uncles, aunts, cousins. So if ever I want to go back up there, yeah, I'm sure I can find a place to stay. Right, that would do. Here we go. Let's get this back, and I've got one. Remember to stay on the left-hand side. I keep going over onto the wrong side. And two, keep an eye out for pedestrians and lights. There we go. Good. Come on. But yes, it is definitely giving me lots and lots of fond memories. I like it. How long I'll be playing on this map, I have no idea, but I have already set myself up. Oh, bugger it, there's nobody there. I've already said I want to build the windmill, and if possible, the castle as well. Obviously, the windmill itself only has 19 phases, but obviously one of the big things is I do need to produce the pallets to build it. I have noticed that there is a few things not built into this map that I'm going to have to get placed down, but obviously money is another thing as well, so yes. I'm south of Perth in the centre belt. Ah, okay. Cool. Yeah, we actually, well, before moving down to England, we were in Picklockery. My dad actually worked at the castle there, to give you an idea. But yeah, my mum's from Dundee, my dad was Kirriemuir and that sort of area. So yeah, but yeah, obviously the accent itself unfortunately has gone quite a bit. The only time it really comes back is when I get angry, or if I'm around other family members and such. That's pretty much when it does come in strong again. There we go. Yeah, also another thing, I gotta remember indicators. There we go. But yes, please don't say he stopped already. No, if I remember rightly, the entrance is there, so there we go. So yes, there we go. And what's kind of crazy is the next door neighbours that we used to play with now, or they moved into our old house, so yeah. Right, there we go. Right, let's get back and let's see if we can get this freaking boat loaded up. Right, so there, onto you. But yes, there we go. But yes, if you got, like I said, if you got any questions about the map, if you're not quite sure about where something is, or if you haven't been able to find anything on here, please pop it in chat, and you never know, I might be able to help you out. There we go. Now, the thing is, can I do two at the same time? Because that would be nice. And I know he was there a minute ago, but Mr. Green Thumb Farmer, are you still out there? And how are you doing, sir? Oh, nope. Let's see if I can widen these. Yes, there we go. There we are. You're here? Cool. Yeah, how are you doing, buddy, by the way? I know you've been in and out, in and out, in and out, lurking as usual. Let's see if we can do two at a time. Now, obviously, these pallets of fish are 2,000 litres each. Let's see. Yes, in cab is actually a little bit easier at times. But yeah, obviously, for anyone who wasn't aware, yeah, I grew up in Scotland, and yeah, most of my life has been spent in the countryside. So, yes, I definitely like this map quite well. And actually, I think like a lot of people, I would say this has definitely got to be one of Giant's best maps ever for Farming Simulator. Here we go. That's cool. But yeah, I'm going to probably use that crane more on the other end than this end, to be honest. There we go. Because it is a little bit easier to load with a forklift, in all honesty. Still waiting for download to finish. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is bonkers. That really, your guys' internet's over there overseas is terrible. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. But yeah, to be honest, I don't think Tony Myth likes the map much. There we go. That's cool. It's fine. Obviously, everyone likes certain maps, but there we go. There we go. Right then. Oh, that's the point. Oh, Mamadou. You're... Obviously, if you've got any questions about the map as well, especially you, because I know you struggle with certain things, you're more than welcome to ask during the streams as well, or if you get stuck, should say, you can always message me in Discord or things. With regards to the straw, what you're doing right now with just picking it up and selling it is a good idea, because unless you want to do TMR, you're not really going to need it, but I tended to do bales rather than just pick it up with the loading wagon, because it makes it life a bit easier to make TMR with it, bales, than loose. On the fish, do we have to catch them and put them in the factory? No, Mr. Cope, no. So, with what I'm loading in here, these are basically young salmon and young trout. Now, in the map itself, there is a fish breeding area set up right here. So if I actually come over here again, this is obviously where I picked those pallets up. So to give you an idea, obviously you got your vehicle shop here. This is where I am on the docks. What you'd need to do is come out of basically along this road, over this roundabout, and follow this road around. That's the easiest way to get over here, okay? With this, all you need to do is add in fish food, and that will start creating your young salmon and young trout. Once it gets to 2,000 litres, they will start spawning out pallets right here, or crates. Now, obviously, you don't have to, if you don't want to, use this. Obviously, there are placeable versions that you can put down anywhere on your map. You can make fish food. There is a factory that you can do. I don't own one yet, but over here on the dock, I believe it is right here, there is the fish food factory. Now, if we come into the production menu here, you will need soybean for every recipe. You will need flour for every recipe. You will also need at least one of the oils from the oil production. Obviously, you can have canola oil, olive oil, rice oil, or sunflower oil. That's if you want to make it. You can also buy the fish food from the shop as well and do it that way. It's a little bit more costly, I think. But if we come into here, right down the bottom, if we go into the pallet category, they're right there. You can buy them. They're 2,600 per pallet of 2,000 litres. It does say that it's just oat, but the only thing is you cannot put just oat into it. There's something else in there that prevents it, or it doesn't have the right trigger. So, yeah. But you can buy them if you wanted to, if you didn't want to make your own quite yet. But yeah, once you got your fish, I would wait till you got at least 4, maybe 5 pallets. That's basically what I've done, and to be honest, the fish breeding is friggin' quick. I will say that. I've literally only gone through 1 in-game month, and I've already got... Oh, how many pallets is that? About 6 pallets of each, 5, 6 of each, so yeah. So, yeah, I could sell some trees or silage to buy the fish food if you want to. And actually, the fish food, from where I am, is literally around the corner here. Because the building is right there. Kinlaig Fish Company. On the side here is your unloading area. The pallets will spawn in the front here. And obviously your player trigger is right there if you want to buy it. Obviously to buy it is 270,000. So bear that in mind. Maybe, yeah, get a lot of silage bales going, get loads of trees being sold, and yeah, do it that way. But yeah, it's kind of cool. I haven't found any more, one thing I will say, I have not found any more collectibles around here. Obviously, like there is one on the other side of the buildings if you weren't aware. But yeah, but one nice thing I think would be cool is if a modder came up with a production that gave you a use for the grown, salmons and trout, rather than just sell them. I'm kind of curious, how much is a full pallet of salmon and trout, and how much was it going to, how much did you get paid for it? There we go. That's kind of one reason why I wanted to get into it. Yeah, so that thing like frozen fillets, maybe have like a fish and chip shop that will take your fish and your potatoes. There we go. To be honest, I don't think in all honesty, they wouldn't use trout and salmon in a fish and chip shop, that's for sure. Maybe a fancy restaurant or something. A posh restaurant. There we go. Yeah. Or like the local hotel or something. Yeah, there you go. A B&B that does evening meals or something. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? But yes. But yeah, if you want to buy, obviously, the fish food production, yeah, you're going to need a fair bit of money. Obviously, one thing I would recommend if you guys are starting out on this map is the enhanced loan mod. I've actually got it myself. It allows you to buy, or basically get a loan. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get it, I'm just a little bit too far. I was actually able to get £1 million, because that's obviously what I'm running at the minute, currency wise. But yeah, £1 million with the land and vehicles that I actually currently own, which isn't too bad. There we go. And while I think about it, let me just jump back a sec. So, still mad about all my mods. Yeah. Out of interest, have you tried contacting Thunder himself there, Green Thumb Farmer, about that issue? I'm pretty sure Boomhauer might have a contact information for it if there's nothing on his itch.io. Finding the AI are having issues with harvesting onions efficiently. Yeah, Voltstrop, I would say, well, when I was doing my field, going around the outside to start off with, it was having a few issues, but once it got in on the inside and started doing the rows up and down, it was fine. So what I would do is maybe leave it alone. It will sort itself out, trust me. But when you go into doing the collecting of the onions, I would definitely recommend getting the self-propelled vehicle instead of using the pull behind. Trust me, it's a lot easier. If you ever want to go back a couple of streams, was it Monday? I think it was. I was doing some onion harvesting, and yeah, it literally took me. Oh heck! Now you're asking. I think I started it on Sunday evening, and it literally took 4 or 5 hours to do that little field up by the store there. There we go. There. But yeah, once it gets going, yeah, it is fine. And I'm sure before you know it, I'm sure there'll be people, modders out there, adding it to silly harvesters with huge capacities and such. But yeah, if they can get it to work. Right then, there we go. So there is the last of the pallet, so we'll just drop that there. We're going to get this taken over to I keep calling it an aquaculture, to the ocean pens. There we go, that's probably a better name for it. We'll drop that right there because we don't really need it right now. We're going to take a little drive. But yes. But yeah, Mamadou says, yeah, I know I will last. Might be working on a smoked fish. Oh, that'd be a nice idea. Yeah, smoked salmon, smoked trout. Yep, I can see that. And why is my super strength still turned on? I'm sure I turned that off. Did I turn it back on by mistake? There we go. Now, switch driver seats. So Control G. And thank you very much, Mr. Jers, for the mega fire. Much appreciated. Nice veteran. Maybe is that what you were asking me? Yeah. But overall, how you doing anyway? You have some ideas? Okay. My aunt used to work for our largest salmon company, and I used to get a lot of Christmas gifts that were salmon related, I bet. I totally get that, yes. Oh, right, so with the bow, obviously you can raise and lower the ramp at the front. You have to hold down both mouse buttons for it. just so you guys are aware. Once you're inside, you can then drive it. It's a little bit tricky and a little bit slow, but it gets there. And let me sort out my street. Hey Johnny V, how you doing, buddy? By the way, welcome in, welcome in. Long time no, yeah, exactly. Long time no see or speak. Come on, come on, you can do it, you can do it. Come on, Bo, you can do it. Come on. There we go. Come on, straight ahead. Can we put cruise on? There we go. But yes, it's nice. It's good. I still want to know how they've done the bow, because if we look underneath here, there's no actual physical wheels showing. So it's like, how did they set this up? It's weird. Oh, I need to do the straps. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. And obviously, if you were to import this off of one save game to another, I don't know how it would work on other maps as well. So yeah, that's one thing to think about as well. I know somebody on our Facebook group was saying, oh, you could import the trigger, you could import the bow by just copying the information from one save game to the other. But the thing is, does the water fill the water plane itself need a special collision on there? Does the boat itself have a special collision that has to be set up? Who the heck knows? Until the next game, really, we won't know how this all works. And obviously, now that they've added it in, if you think about it, in future maps that Giants does put out, they should, I think, in my opinion, have fishing on every map. Come on, stop, 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 stop. Right, so once you've got your fishes here, let me turn that off, we'll get that rid of. You're going to need to load your young trout and young salmon onto that area. And I just realized something. I did not grab any pallets of fish food. Oh, fiddle. Okay, I've got a trick. I'm going to cheat a couple of pallets in, but I'll buy them and then I'll delete them once I've got them. So yeah, salmon and trout are nice, but when I went fish, I want fish and but when I want fish and chips, I want either cod or haddock. Yes, yeah, definitely a nice whitefish. Cod definitely. Haddock, another whiting type of fish, is kind of where you want to go with fish and chips and such. And there is a hydrate and a stretch. So I'm just going through the chat there quickly. There is the hydrate, and I will do a stretch if my cable will allow me. I'll be charging up my headset. There we go. There we go. Stretched. Stretch, 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 stretch. There we go. Right then, this is going to be the fun part. Okay, so obviously I do have easy dev still in here. I'm going to actually spawn. I should have grabbed them before I came over, but I am going to spawn 2 pallets of fish food. Hopefully I don't need any more than that. 1, 2. But I'm also going to buy 2 pallets. And I'm going to delete those 2 pallets. So 2 pallets, buy. So they will be actually at the store. So basically I'm not cheating, technically. Let me... Oh, save. Typical. What I'll do is I'll go over and get them deleted before I do anything else. So I'll visit you. Come around the side here. And in here, I can't remember where it is. There we go. Delete object. There we go. So technically, I now own those other pallets because I've physically paid for them. I just need to do bop and bop. Bye bye. There we go. I feel good now. I feel good. Assuming having to drive back and all that baloney. So let's jump back to the boat. And obviously we need to control G. There we go. I'm gonna engine on, unfold this. Let's see if I can actually use my thing. I can never remember which. Oh, well, that's a funny little collision there. Here we go. Right in. Stop it. Down. No, I can never remember which one is which. So that, nope. Just trying to. Oh, that's the full button. No, I don't know. Okay, that's full. Haven't quite figured out all the controls for my joystick yet on this thing, so you have to bear with me. There we go. But yes, obviously, yes, if you guys weren't aware and you're using obviously Green Thumb Farmers shed mods, yes, it seems that Thunder's script is currently broken. That one? Trying to figure out which one is for connecting. Oh, stop hitting that one. There we go. Okay, we'll do the Q key. It's going to be easiest actually. If I can get this to work. There we go. Yeah, I'm not as good as some people, but I'm trying. I am trying. There we go. Someone's trying to get update. Yeah. Yeah, I know. There we go. Trump. There we go. And how you doing there? Joe Anders? Anders? Yeah. There we go. Yes, I am absolutely terrible when it comes to especially crane work like this. If you haven't gathered, yes.
Billy is a nuisance.
And Sally
We'll be gone
Sal.
in 2 weeks. I apologize for this inconvenience.
How are you doing? Welcome in. Good evening to you too. Yeah, obviously, with the joystick I've got, obviously it's got the little buttons. It's like little orange buttons that you just want to push up and down. And yeah, they're a little bit sharp, should we say, at movement. Need to see if there's a way of maybe setting them up so they're less quick, should we say, yes. There we go. Bonk, there we go. Now the fun part would be doing it in this camera view. Oh my goodness, that's up. Right, I want up and down. There we go. So we'll pivot this around. We're just going to pick up and just drop the whole lot if we can. You're enjoying the map? So much new stuff. Yeah. Indeed. There we go. Yes, it is a lovely map. Excuse me? I think I accidentally... Why do you keep saying you're turning yourself off for? Well, this is weird. My belt won't stay on. What's going on? I would say it's run out of fuel, but no, I don't think so. I mean, we've got to turn that off a sec. No, my boat isn't staying on. Okay, it's dead on now. Yeah, as soon as I jump into this... That's weird. Okay, we'll come back to this in just a minute. There's something a little bit bugged there. The boat doesn't want to stay on. Enter you. That is very weird. Is it, out of interest, has anybody else gotten into doing the fish yet? And had any issues with the boat staying on? I'll eventually play the game, but I've got a lot of Blender work to finish. Ah, okay. It might just be me. I might just need to do a quick reload. But yeah, for some weird reason, the engine keeps turning off, and I also have it so as I get into a vehicle, I have to physically turn the vehicle on and off. It's a weird one. But yeah, we'll pop back there in just a minute. Because also you want to get this contract finished. There we go. But yeah, I've got to keep looking at this actually. There we go. Oh! There is one thing I will say is with the animals that you start off with, obviously you've got sheep and you have Highland Castle. With the sheep, obviously around the side of the pen itself, there is some bales that you can use to start off with. Now, the pen itself will be full of food for the sheep when you first load up. So if they don't take a bale straight away, that is why. So yes, don't worry about it, they will take the bale eventually. There we go. Yeah, I had the same thing when I loaded up. Thought, why are they not taking this bale and stuff? That is why. If you actually look at the pen, it actually states that it is full, and I'm speeding again. I'm speeding. I think this truck would actually struggle if I slow down anymore. What fun, hey? There we go. But yes. Right, I got to remember, so it's around the corner here, up the hill, pumpkins are out, and I still haven't seen a deer yet on the map here, or any little furry haggises.
Billy is a nuisance. He will be gone in 2 weeks. I apologize for this inconvenience.
Yes, no fluffy haggises, and thank you very much, Mr. Jers, for the Billy is a nuisance. Yes, I am. I do try. Right. It's a little bit tight around here, but oh, here we go. Come on, come on. You can do it. You can do it. Go on. Get up there. Oh, dang. Why did they choose this truck to pull this huge trailer up a hill like this? Oh my gosh. There we go. And yay! That's a lot easier, right? So in here. Now let's see if we can do this the correct way. Let's go this way. Whoa. There we go. I think this is how you should be doing it. Coming this side and unloading. There we go. Rather than my budget earlier on. There we go. When you can you show me how to do the lines for your in-game GPS look for me? I can. Let's see. I got a tractor up here, which was for a contract. Let me come into here for steering assist. Oh, it's not detecting the field. Let me go back a minute. It might be because I don't own this field, but let's see. There we go, so that looks fine, okay. And hopefully they should show up in just a sec. Hello? Oh yeah, steering assist, that would help. They should be on, okay. There you go, so there is my lines. We obviously have white ones, which are ones that are going to be done. Obviously, once you've gone over a particular area, those white lines should become a little less in your face type thing. But yeah, yeah, they look fine to me, to be honest. See, Cope and Tav today, they only were dotted and blue parts. Were they actually using this or enhanced vehicle? I know you can turn the lines off, but that literally deletes the whole lot. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a mod they've got. Oh yeah, obviously they should technically have lines that look like that. Tav was using the in-game ones? Okay. So once it's selected, it should look like that. Obviously you'll have a solid green line in the middle, which is obviously the line that you're locked onto. And then you'll have the work with is obviously the two purple ones or blue ones on the outside there. But yeah, not sure why they would have dots and stuff. And isn't there a mod on the in-game mod hub that does something similar to the lines, the GPS lines? I haven't looked at it. That could be it. If they've got a mod that messes around with the enhanced vehicle, or not the enhanced vehicle, the steering assist, that could be it. I don't know. Yeah, yours are the same mine? Okay. But yeah, no idea. Obviously, if you have the AI, obviously it shouldn't show up any lines at all. What mod was that out of interest? I'm sure I've seen one come out a few weeks ago. Steering Nope, that one looks like it's got the straight lines. Just having a look. Oh, that's a good idea. Don't disable steering assist when reversing. That's a not bad little one. Yeah, there's obviously one that's called says auto disable steering assist lines on the in-game mod hub. But looking at the pictures on mod hub, there's no dotted lines. So yeah, not sure why theirs would be showing up with the dots. So. You're trying to re-download everything? Yeah. Yes, the joys of computers, hey, and losing stuff. But yeah, not sure. If they haven't got any mods and it's got just the dots, it may be a game issue. They may need to go and verify their game files. That could be an option. Yeah. But yeah, I would obviously if Mr. Culp or Tav are out there, maybe just go in without any mods at all. Check your steering assist because it should be solid lines like how mine was shown there. If not, maybe try verifying your files first of all. And if it's still there afterwards, then yeah, I would maybe contact Giants just to see, because there could be something going on there. And we're just going to steam through the city centre here. I don't care. I might even run over the odd pedestrian along the way. By the way, I do not drive like this in real life, okay? I really ain't this crazy. Just ask my daughter, who barely has any ends of nails left. Like, bang it on. Oh. There we go. Oh well. Coming through, out of the way, toot toot. Choo choo. But yeah, the farmer who gave me this should be shot, I think. This is not the sort of vehicle I would personally use for pulling a trailer to be unloaded. There we go. Right, actually, while I think about it, I should actually complete that other contract, shouldn't I? So that cultivating one is now done. So there we go. Right, and let's get back to our boat issue. Let's see. So somewhere over here is a boat. There we go. We'll enter you. And oh look, he's moved. He's not even turned on and he's moved. Right, let's see if we can back him up a bit. Come on, back up, back up. Come on. It's a little bit tricky. Oh, ooh, that's interesting. I never realised you can actually control the crane from the driving seat as well. Look at that. There we go. You don't actually have to be in the crane seat. There we go. Right. Stop. Let's stop that. God, blimey. The brakes on this thing is terrible. Brake. Oh man, this thing is not easy to control. Come on. Right, stop that there. Let's see if it'll go stationary. It'd be nice if there was a way to drop an anchor so you literally stayed still here. Alright, let's turn that on. So engine is on. Control G to the other. Interesting. As soon as I get into the crane, it turns the engine off. Let me just check something. There we go. Somehow, I don't think you're telling the truth, especially with that wicked left. Yes. No. All good. Okay, we've got the usual branches and yeah, okay. But I'm not seeing any warning, other warnings or errors, so can't be that then. No, seems clean. The only ones I really have is obviously those couple of ones that I downloaded, or my own ones, and obviously ones off the in-game mod up, so, weird. Okay, looks like we're going to be controlling the crane from up here then. Now, I'm just going to use my mouse actually, because it is a little bit smoother and easier, so it might be a little bit trickier for certain things. Okay, that's that. How do we move it in and out? That's that. So that is going to be for that. How do we... Oh, there we go. Gotcha. Cool, okay. Yeah, I think I might have to just mention that to the Giants about the engine just stopping as we get into the seat for the crane. There we go. Stick it into a ticket. There we go. But yeah, right now I'm using my mouse rather than the joystick. I'm not sure if it's the joystick that's causing the issue or what. There we go. To be honest, I've always been better with the mouse and keyboard than the joystick, but I really do need to get in at some point and really focus on learning the joystick more, because I still struggle even with like a tree harvester, for example. If it's a forklift, not a problem. I can raise that up and drop it down really easy, but yeah, when it comes to things like excavators or cranes like this guy here, yeah, I struggle still. There we go. Out. Whee! I don't even know how many pallets we'll take in this, but I'm hoping all of these. We've got 2, 3 left. Okay. Actually, yeah, Mr. Culp TV was actually play this map earlier on as well, thinking about it, wasn't he? And there we go. So we got Mamadou playing the map, we have Mr. Culp playing the map. Wow. Stop swinging, stop swinging, stop swinging. There we go, just dump it in there. Right, last pallet, guys. Last pallet, finally. And where are we? That way. Bring that in. Now, see, this is where, obviously, you unload your pallets, okay? It has to be in this little area over here. Now, see, as time goes on, obviously, these young trout and young salmon will grow up into big, strong fishies, hopefully. Whoa. There we go. And they will actually spawn on that little dock over there. So yes, you'll obviously need to keep the boat fairly close by. Let me do this, do that. Let me see if we can close that down. There we go. That works. That works, okay. Right, let's see if I can get this backed up a little bit and get it over closer to the docks. Just looked in the vanilla playthrough till I get mod. Okay, yep.
So just do it.
There we go.
Make your dreams come true.
There we go. So that is actually now physically stopped, but it's ready to pick up those pallets there. And Sally South, thank you very much for the just do it, do it, do it. I'm finally able to play the map. Way, way, Mr. Matt is finally being able to play. Right then. So actually, while I think about it, I do need to come into here. Go to owned. So offshore aquaculture. So as you can see, we have 4,000 litres of fish food. Oh, Mamadou, thank you very, very much for the 100 biddies. Much appreciated. I am on the right screen, am I? Yeah, why is the fishing game not going off? Interesting. Why is that not going off? Let me do a refresh on that, because that should be giving you an extra few casts there. But yeah, thank you very much, Mamadou. Much appreciated. But yeah, there we go. Now, one thing I will say is I do apologise if you do hear any bangs going on outside. There is people, unfortunately, setting off fireworks outside on the shore. There we go. So I'm just reloading the fishing game. One sec. Let's see. I am signed in as Billy Alpaca. There is one queued. There we go. Dead so okay. There we are. So there we go. So hopefully you should be good to go there. And Pixel Gaming UK, thank you very much for the follow and welcome in. I'm sure I've seen you in other streams, to be honest, but welcome in. Now, so as I was saying, we have 4,000 litres of fish food, 8,000 litres of young salmon, 10,000 litres of young trout. Now, obviously, on this map, this can only be used on this map, this particular offshore one. For any other map, there is obviously the lake for the trout, which is part of the DLC. Obviously, on my Trello, as earlier, we have one for salmon. Right, so I am going to activate each of these lines to get them up and running, because they are actually going to produce fairly quickly. I'm going to change the output, so I want to set this to spawning. There we go, there we go. So they will start spawning out once they're ready. I'm pretty sure they're 2,000 litres as well for a pallet, so it's going to be a wee while, but I'm pretty sure that they are going to spawn pretty quickly. Right then. We need to come back over here. Oh gosh. Oh. I want to look into seeing if I can get some more contracts going. There we go. We're getting there, 89%. I've got a feeling one more delivery would probably get it right up to that 100%, but I'm going to keep doing it because I want to make extra money. I was kind of hoping to get into do maybe some root crops, to be honest, because I wanted to use the root crop harvester that does the pallets. I'm a glutton for punishment on here, I really am. Let's have a look. While he's unloading... Oh, I'm annoyed as well. I did a Deadwood contract. Was it yesterday or the day before? On here. And I thought, as long as the logs were off of the land that you were doing the contract for, you could keep the logs. As soon as I collected the contract, the logs disappeared. I was so annoyed because I had a trailer full. But oh well. Let's see. So we got that guy. That guy. Out of interest, let me just check. Obviously, I want to try one of these guys. Is it this one? It's been a while since I've used these, but yeah, that picks up there. I don't think it's that one. That one maybe? Yeah, I think that's one that does the single pallet. There's a 3 pallet one in there, which I believe could be one of these. I have no idea. It's been so long, I can't remember. I'll have to do some investigation. But that's that. What else have we got here? No, it's not going to be spinach. Which one is it? But I'm going to go and lease it. That's the thing. I'm only going to lease it. That might be the 3, actually. Yeah, I'll have to look into it because I cannot remember which one's which. But yeah, I wanted to try out to see whether the hired helpers will automatically unload the pallets and restock it to carry on. So I know back in, was it 22 when the Polish map came out? So I did a little bit then. That was the last time I actually played with those pieces of equipment, in all honesty. But yes, I was kind of wondering if they actually do refill and automatically unload onto the field, because that'd be kind of cool, because then he could just stock himself and carry on. Right, let's try this again. Coming through, Mr. Postman. Move your booty. Actually, I want to see something. Oh, it's so close to the Royal Mail. Oh my goodness. Here we go. I trusted an AI for the first time yesterday to harvest some wheat, and it done a good job. Yeah, one thing I will say is with 25, Giants made a huge leap forward when it comes to the AI helpers on the fields. To be honest, I love using it. I know a lot of people prefer to use Courseplay or something like that. But yeah, I do believe the AI have come a long way. There's still things that they are still struggling with, so they can't do grapes and olives, for example. But most crops on the field they're pretty good at, and as yet there's only maybe 1 or 2 little spots in the whole field that they will miss due to like the curvature of the field itself. But yeah, they have definitely improved a heck of a lot. There we go. And obviously with Giants now adding in the steering assist as well. Oh my goodness. It's like, and I heard a Billy Bass, so that was perfect considering we were on a Highlands fishery map. Or Highlands fishing map. Yes. You don't need Courseplay anymore. Auto drive for certain maps, yes, I will say. You do need. Well, yeah, Courseplay, in all honesty, I don't really think you need as much as previously. Come on, truck, you can do it. Come on, we're nearly there. Come on, dude, come on. There we go. And the lights are green, so we can carry on straight through. There we go, and that is a beautiful little classical car there. Nice. There we go. I was planning on actually purchasing a big truck and trailer the other day, and as yet, I don't really think I need it. Just having a little tractor and a little flatbed trailer is perfectly fine. You love Courseplay? Yeah. I know a lot of people do love Courseplay because it can be used well with other things, like, say, for instance, baling. If you want to do baling, for example, and you can't be bothered, get Courseplay to do it. Yeah, that will work it perfectly fine. But yeah, if you're on a small map like this, then in all honesty, just use what Giants have added in. You don't really need Courseplay. There we go. But yeah. Oh, dude, really? Really, dude? Cool, I don't know. Bad driver. But yeah, I do understand if you're on, like, say, a 4X map or a 16X map, Courseplay does come in handy for a lot of things, in all honesty, yeah. Obviously, I did try it, I will say. I did try Courseplay on PV Canyon Crossing in 22. it was kind of nice just to take a little bit more of a step back from certain things. But the only issue I still have with Courseplay is how resource hungry it can be on people's system. Well, that's the only thing. Obviously, if you've got a small, limited system, running Courseplay is definitely not the way to go. Unfortunately, but yeah. But yeah, being able to do the hire a helper to do the grapes, the olives, the bale up, stuff like that, yeah, definitely. If they were able to do like a version of Courseplay where it was just for the grape and olive and maybe the baling side of things, then yes, I would probably give it a try. That is one thing I will say, but all the other stuff that's going on in there is kind of a pain in the behind, really. Right then, so I think I'm going to pass for the minute on root crops. Oh, hello. No, yeah, because if I remember rightly, that one actually has a small capacity, but needs to be unloaded regularly. Okay. We do have some mowing contracts going on, so I think we might get in and do some of this. Oh yeah, we got the MacDon in here, don't we? Ooh. It's not going to take too long to do. It's on a small field. Sorry. We're going to borrow the items on that one. Now, what I tend to do with contracts is I'll accept one at a time, get the equipment onto the field, and then look to set up another one. Now, the only thing I never seem to do, and I'm going to stick with this, is do contracts that have the same grains coming off of it. So if I see 2 wheat contracts, I will not do both of them. I'll do one, wait till it's finished and completely collected before starting a second one, because I do know that it does still have a bit of an issue at times with the contracts where it'll count with one and not the other. Right, I've got to figure out how to get out here. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out the easiest route to 31. I'm guessing heading probably up and around past the fish breeding and around that way. So it's a little bit long when actually while I think about it, let's have a look. What does the in-game AI say? This is going to be a fun part. Right, okay, so douche, set destination. Not quite sure where the entrance to the field is, but we'll go there. And we're going to sit here and watch this dude and see which way he goes. So, personally, this is the way I would go. So, come down here, straight over at the roundabout, follow the road around, then come down this road here, and then cut up and around. So this is where your fish breeding is, and around that way. That's the way I would go. As for this dingo, dude, excuse me, hang on. Excuse me. You got a big head, mate. You got a big head. Hang on. Hopefully this doesn't mess him up, but let's bring him across. I want to see where he goes. There we go. 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 Actually, I'm going to get on the plinko and fish. Okay, interesting. So if he's going to be coming... Oh, dude, you're sacked. You knocked a sign over. I've never done that. Auto drive to the help. Yes. Actually, I did remove auto drive, actually. I had it on Friday. But yeah, I basically removed it. Okay, let's have a look. I'm guessing he'll probably cut through... Okay. Try to figure out where he's going. See, personally I would have gone that way, but yeah, he seems to be coming this way for some weird reason. Oh, hello mate. You got a double-decker at the front, a double-decker at the back. Interesting. See, who needs auto drive? See, if it was auto drive, they would have crashed right into the double-decker there. Would they have actually gone all the way off of the actual road itself to allow it to go past? No, don't think so. But yeah, this is kind of cool. I love this feature that Giants added in. It was there kind of in 22, but I didn't really use it that much. But yeah, I really want to utilize it more now. Now, what's he going to do? Is he going to stay there? We've now got a double-decker and a mini behind. We've got this little classical... I'm not quite sure what that is. It's a little lizard car there. I think he's going to stay there. Is he going to move? Do you want me to drive then, mate? Do you want me to drive? I will. 3, 2, 1. Nope, I think he's stuck. I got a feeling he is literally stuck. He doesn't know what to do, so... Okay, we'll drive myself. Now, I do know that this road should come down to the road that I was going to go down anyway, so... I got a feeling that he's probably going to come down here, turn right, and go along the road, so... Pretty much the same route that I would have taken, but yeah. I would have gone the other way. There we go. But yeah, if it wasn't for that head being that little bit bigger, I got a feeling he would have been okay. Oh, that's a point. Yeah, that's not... Oh, okay. Yeah, but right across the field there is obviously my little fish breeding area. Oh, I'm kind of oh, that's one thing I haven't checked yet. Obviously, I did reinstall the DLC yesterday. Obviously, I was using the early access preload version. I should see what has changed from that version to the current one that you guys have. Obviously, one of the big things is obviously the silos on each of the farms. They probably haven't changed. Could only hold 2 or 3 products depending on which one you're at. Can all of the buildings on the farms be sold now? I know from watching Farmer Marks this morning, the majority of the buildings on the starter farm can be sold, which is something. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. If you actually remove all those buildings, just how much space you've actually got there. But yeah, at the minute, the only things I'd probably sell on any of the farms are obviously silos. If any of the houses on the additional farm areas that can be sold, I would probably sell them too. But there we go. So up here somewhere is the field in question that we're heading to. And yep, right here on the right hand side now. Oh gosh. Gates. Gates. I love these gates. There's so much joy in them. One sec, guys. Sorry. Sorry, Mr. Mini Dude. I'll hog to you too. There we go. I was being a little sarcastic there if you weren't aware, guys. There we go. Right, there. Turn you on. Hired helper. Go do your thing. Ryan. He's still going, so that's fine. So what else do we have? Because at the... Oh, that's the point. I just realized something. My little helper has finished my field of canola. Cool, so let's get you... Okay, that's not bad. You've only used... Nothing. What? Oh. Oh, no. Did I not change the hired helper from selling? Did I? Oh, Big Daddy! At least they fixed the gates. Yes! Was there an issue with the gates? I've not had any issues with the gates. How you doing there, Mr. Big Daddy? You sarcastic? I don't believe it for a minute. How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. And if you guys are not following Mr. Big Daddy, make sure to click on the link, give him a follow. I'm sure I turned off... What the heck? Off. There we go. Oh, man. I never even noticed that. He should be using what's in the cedar, not in the blinking... in my bank account. Oh, okay. Not to worry. At least we still have 1,000 litres, obviously, to use on the next field. Also, we've got wheat and barley still to go in. So we've got 2 more fields to go. So let's switch these over. So yeah, we'll do wheat in one, barley in the other, and we should be good for the minute. But yes, I am never sarcastic. Yeah, right. Doing good. Yeah, not too bad. Have you been playing the map, Mr. Big Daddy, at all? I know you did some early access stuff over the weekend, but have you tried it since the release? There we go. So, Mr. Hired Helper, get on and go. I did turn the stones off, by the way. Right now, I really don't need any stones, and I'm not even sure where the debris crusher is on this thing. So, yeah, I decided to turn the stones off for the minute. Who knows what will happen in the future? That might change. But he should be good to go for the minute. Right, and let's go with this one. We're going to borrow the items. This has got a lovely little Dutz var there, so... Oh, that is complete. I'm going to keep that going because I want to get the rest of that off because it's going to give me a little bit extra money. So this is going to be on field 6, which is just down the road, over the roundabout. Okay, I see you. Right then, so let's get this guy up and running. So Dutz var, and I do have a fondness for Dutz vars. I don't know why. I just like them. I really do. Warrior, this, the lovely green one. There we go. And I should really be in camera view because I'm trying my best to be more realistic at times. There we go. Because it's also nice to see what the inside of some of these vehicles look like. Because, yeah, I haven't. And obviously some of these come with the DLC, so why the heck not use them? Let's see, I have been a little bit. I have not tried it since it was released. I have no idea. I was wondering if you noticed anything, to be honest. Obviously, up until last night, I was still using the pre-release version that was sent to us for early access. Or preload version, I should say, isn't it? There we go. Obviously, yeah, the only thing like I did notice is obviously certain silos around the map are quite limited on what crops they will accept. If you put 2 in, it'll only accept just the 2. If it's only 3, if it's only 3. And what light is that? Is that red, I think? I think that's on the red. I'm not quite sure. See, that's another thing as well. Some of these lights are hard to tell what they're on. I might just go through. There's nobody there, so what are they going to do? Arrest me? Alright, I've got a feeling it's down here somewhere, so... what's that up the top there? Yes, there we go. Weird way to enter a field, that's all I can say. There we are. But one thing I will say is the gates have a huge trigger on them to open them, which is kind of nice. Kind of wondering whether it would work well with like the animated object mod really well. That'd be quite nice to see. Right then, let's see how this dude is doing. Oh, I need to be in here because we're going to get you unloaded. There's a tiny little bit left on the field there. He's currently 89%. I've got a feeling that that will actually fill up with that little bit. So I'll get close to. Here we go. Out of interest, so we do have some spinach left over. All right, Mr. Jers, catch you later, buddy. Thank you for popping in. Obviously, I will be back on Friday. Yeah, tomorrow's my day off. So yes, if you're able to tune in, that'd be much appreciated. Let's see. Spinach. Where is spinach selling at the maximum at the minute? 6, 7, 9 appears to be Goldcrest Valley via the train. Oh, dang it. The only thing is, I rarely use the train. I'm not quite going quite yet. I'm not going quite yet. I've got a few more minutes, guys. Don't worry. The thing is, do the train... That's another thing I haven't checked yet. Do the trains have a silo for loading? If so, where the heck is it? I'll try to go back to my... Okay. Okay, well... Yeah, if you're able to pop in, that's fine. I believe, actually, one of the new things Steam has... Twitch has added is if you watch a stream back that you may have missed, it still counts for your watch count as well, innit? Your stream streak type thing. I might just take the kick in the teeth. It's going to be a little bit less. The logistics center east. I think that's going to be the easiest place to go. Yeah, it's a little bit extra. Where are the... Oh, is that where I've been going? Is it just at the top here? Yeah, I bet that's what it is. It's the one right at the top there. Sorry to bother you. And RRL Jordan, welcome in, by the way, for the first time chat. Thank you very much for the first time chat. Sorry to bother you, but I don't suppose you would know why the Giants updater is updating so slowly, taking me an hour to do 300 megabytes, and then crashed. It seems to be a very common thing at the minute with Giants. What you could potentially do is cancel it, try redown it, loading it again, cancel, redown until you get a decent connection. It's just one of those things, unfortunately, since yesterday, Giants have really struggled with getting the game updates out. I know some people overseas, it's taken them hours and hours and hours to do the download and get the DLC and everything, so yeah. Shawnee, there you go. So see, Shawnee's on 3 hours and only got 415 megabytes downloaded, so yeah, that's the only problem. yeah, I guess because obviously they also put out obviously the patch today. That hasn't helped as well. So, but yeah, just try. If you do find that it's going up to really quite high, look to maybe cancel the download and maybe restart it until you do get a more stable connection. I think, yeah, it's like some people say, Giants needs maybe a better server for them to do the mass downloads from. There we go. So that's a little bit extra. And obviously, yeah, it took you over a little over 9 hours. Yeah, I know one thing. So one thing I will say is, obviously, when I did the download myself last night, it literally only took maybe 5-10 minutes to do the download. But what's crazy is once it got right down to like 1% and it was verifying the files, it then say, unfortunately, it can't download. Please try downloading it again, type thing. Like, what the heck? So yeah, I totally understand where you're spending hours and hours and hours doing the download, and it just crashes. It's a nightmare. Well, yeah, maybe just keep trying, cancel it, try again on the download, and see how you go. Obviously, this time of the day, I would assume a lot of people are obviously getting off work, and are obviously getting home, they're getting the game updated. So yeah, right now is probably their peak time, especially over here in the UK. Obviously, a lot of guys or gals, people, have now eaten their dinner. They're just sitting down to chill out and relax and play a bit of farm sim. So yeah, maybe give it an hour or two. It may settle off and be easier. But yeah, it's not good. I think everybody, whether you're on Steam, Giants, or Epic, everyone's had issues. So yes, yeah, the DLC took you over an hour and a half to download. Pixel, wow. One nice. Okay, so obviously I'm going to put a disclaimer out here. Early access to streamers had it Thursday. Took me about 20 minutes, if that, on Thursday to download the preload version. So it's kind of curious. Okay, they don't have as many people downloading all at the same time around the world, but they do have a lot of bronze members and above with the early access that would have been downloading it on Thursday. How come it was so fast, in all honesty? Well, yeah, literally within a few minutes, downloaded, installed, and I was actually loading up the game. It was crazy. Whoa. Sorry, dude. Sorry. Coming through. Take away. Get what? But yes. Then again, I do have 900 up, 900 down internet now, so. But I can say if. Am I going to have to turn the blinking traffic off in here? Because I will. Dude, come on, move your butt. I know with my old internet out, that would have taken a long time to do the download though. So what you guys are experiencing, I would have probably had that previously, so yeah. And right, let's get this sold off, and then I'll just quickly run through the last few comments there in chat. There we go, and then we'll get this contract completed because we're now done with it. There we go. Let's see how much we're going to get. Hopefully a couple of hundred would be quite nice, but doubtful. I would love a couple of hundred. I really would, but it's not going to happen. What was that? That was 22,600. Not bad. But yes, there we go. Let me just jump out of here. We're going to accept that contract, and this one is now done for today. Just fluttering about on speed times to complete. I done the download for the new map yesterday. Took me all night to download, but This patch updates Real World Killer. That's kind of weird because it's only around about, what, 400 megabytes? It's not the biggest, so yeah. Weird. Right, complete that. Collect. Okay, we took a little bit of a hit because obviously leasing the equipment, but we did gain a little bit of money, so nice. As long as my bank account keeps going up rather than going down, it's fine. But yeah. Obviously, one thing you could always do is reach out to Giants and see whether they can come up with an idea on making it download a little bit faster for you guys. But yes. Thank you for the help. I enjoy your streams. Not really seeing the map properly yet. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying. I'm still mainly focusing on contracts because that is the best way to see the map in general. Obviously, I know a lot of people out there are probably getting in, they're doing the harvesting, which is what I did. I actually got in and harvested the two fields. There was field 20 and 23, which were ready to rock and roll. Yep, I did that myself, but yeah, since then I've really been focusing on getting in, doing contacts, finding my way around the map, and that's one thing I would recommend. Not only are you exploring the map, this is obviously for everybody, get in, do some contacts, get them dotted around the map so you can find your way around. It does make life a little bit easier later on as well. So you're getting to see the map itself. You're getting to earn money by doing it as well. So yeah, why the heck not? The contracts in the game, utilize them. Especially all these lovely field ones. One thing I would say is get the better contracts mod and the contract boost mods. They really help with these numbers. But yeah, well, obviously, once you get in there, clear your contracts, do the adjustments, and then refresh so you get fresh new ones. I heard there is a castle to build. Yes, there's two things in here that are constructible. One is the castle, which is located right here. Obviously, you do have lots of products you need to put into there. So this one actually has 65 phases where you have to add in your products. That's the long one. There is an easier one, but the other one that is in the map is the windmill. And this is the one that I'm really focused on, that I want to get built as quickly as possible. For the simple fact, one, this is 19 phases, so a lot less. But two, once this is fully built and constructed, you can put grains into it to make flour. It's basically a constructible production. It's a Giants version. Obviously, for anybody who's been around for a while, obviously I do tend to play on DashNet's maps, which has buildable factories. Now that Giants have added in their own version of a buildable factory, in the future, if we can gain access to that stuff or figure out how it's done, we might be able to get in and get some of the factories that are on like PV Rivers, for example, back into a buildable option. And obviously, Green Thumb Farmer's already got 3/4 of the way there. Just that little bit extra just to get finished off he needs to figure out and do. But yes. Anyway, guys, guess what? It's time for me to bugger off because these fireworks outside are going off even more. I don't know why, they're just crazy in the UK for fireworks. But yeah, obviously I'm going to be carrying on. Obviously tomorrow I am off, so no stream for me tomorrow, but I will be back on Friday. I'll probably jump in on PV Rivers this week. And then I'm thinking maybe next week I will do the whole week on Kinlaig, carrying on here basically. And then alternate each week between this map and PV Rivers Remastered for you guys. But yes, there we go. Right then, so without further ado, let's get over to the ending screen. Say a big huge thanks to obviously Tony Myth and Mamadou for their raids earlier on. Much appreciated, and obviously a big huge thanks to all you guys for coming out. Obviously, yes, there's a lot of people still out there lurking away. Much appreciated, that is for sure. We need to have access to a farming simulator. At this point, we know when the downloader will finish. Yeah. Yes, indeed. So obviously, what I'll do is I'm going to sign off for you guys over on YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in. Much appreciated. And obviously, anybody who is watching this back later, if you do have any issues with PV Rivers update, let me know. You're more than welcome to message me through YouTube, through Twitch, through Discord, or wherever. But we're going to sign off for you guys for the minute. So I'll see you guys on Friday.